Hello, my Purple Banditos, and welcome back to more Pokemon Black 2 Randomizer Nuzlocke. I'm PurpleRodri. Last time we defeated Mistralton's gym leader, Skyla, and we obtained the Jet Badge. Today we're going to make our way through Route 7, so let's run through this patch of grass and see what Pokemon we are going to run into. That is a little Apom, so let's go ahead and see what we can do against this Apom. This is the Pokemon that we are going to catch here, so this is our encounter, and this is going to be a pretty good one. I think our boy Ghost is going to be able to do quite well. I also want to give you guys a very big thank you for all of your tips and your comments. Make sure you go ahead and click that like button. If you're new to the channel, click the subscribe button and join the Purple Banditos today. Last time we made our way through a difficult gym, and if you guys remember, Skyla told us that we need to make our way through Route 7 towards the Celestial Tower. So that is what we're going to be doing. And with that, gotcha, Apom was caught. So that was a pretty easy catch for us too. And maybe that's going to set a precedent for today. Maybe we'll be able to continue through here, speeding through the routes, making it through the battles. Let's go ahead and give this little Apom a nickname then. I think I do have a nickname in mind. So I'm just going to call it something simple, something that I think sounds pretty good for it. A little Apom. We are going to call it Pom. So with that, Pom is going to get sent to the PC, and we've added another Pokemon to our roster today. Now we can go ahead and use a Repel. We can take a little bit of a breather here, because we're not going to be running into any more Pokemon here in this route, unless it's a trainer's Pokemon. So let's go ahead and see what these Pokeballs have. Of course, that would be the Fungus. I couldn't pick the Pokeball that actually has the item. Make sure you guys watch out for these Funguses. They can be a little bit painful. They can be quite a little annoyance if you are looking around for items. So with that, we are going to continue on. Let's see what this item is. Over here, we got ourselves a Dome Fossil. We got ourselves a good amount of fossils right now too, but there isn't a whole lot that we can do with them. So let's go ahead and jump into our next battle. Rotation battle. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to be going into another rotational battle. We are challenged by youngster Cody, and he has his 3 Pokemon ready to go. And let's go ahead and figure this thing out. So we got a Trapinch, a Carnivine, and a Cloyster to go up against. Now, I do have Ghost up in front, and Ghost does have some good S-type powers ready to go. So let's go for the Icy Wind and see what it can do. The Carnivine is down. We hit a crit. All right, Ghost is not messing around here in this 3v3 rotation battle. Untitled is going to be gaining some levels because I put the XP share on him, and it looks like the Trapinch is going to be up next. So the good thing is that we are going to be super effective on this Trapinch as well. So we can just keep this going. We are going to be doing quite well. With that, it is only the Cloyster that is left. And we also do have our boy Sparky Jr. ready to go. So I think I finally learned a thing or two about these rotational battles, and I think I'm getting much better and better. We are not going to be losing any Pokemon in these rotation battles any longer. So let's go for the Spark. We are about to take down this Cloyster, and this has been a heck of a battle. We've done very, very good. And with that, Sparky Jr. is going to land the last Spark and take down the Cloyster. We have done it, ladies and gentlemen. That was one of the easiest rotation battles we have took on. We did pretty good there, and we are ready to keep moving through here. So cool. It looks like there are going to be a couple challenging battles, but it's always good to take on these battles so you can get yourself all the XP that you can. I also hope you guys are having a nice Thursday. I've been having a good Thursday, although it has been a little bit stormy out, a little bit rainy out. You guys know that I live in Florida, and it is hurricane season. So right now we have Hurricane Irma that is headed this way, and you know, you got to be careful. You got to make sure you get prepared for it. I've gone ahead and packed up some water for it, and you know, I'm sitting here in Orlando, so we're a little bit higher up, so hopefully everything is a-okay. For those of you guys that are in the trajectory of the hurricane, be careful out there, be safe. I really hope you guys are all okay. I definitely care about your well-being, so I hope that you guys take care of yourselves. It's getting pretty crazy out there with the hurricanes, so you know, you just got to be careful and watch out for yourself once in a while. And you know, I'll definitely keep you guys in my thoughts with everything that is coming, because I know that it kind of affects all of us. You know, we live in the same world. We deal with the same hurricanes and all these crazy things. So I'm going to go ahead and mix things up a little bit. We could use a little bit of Joy here. So we're going to set out Joy against the Gardevoir. This is probably not the best matchup to have here, but we're going to do a little something here, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like the Gardevoir is just going to be going for the Calm Mind. So I thought it might be going for something else, but that is a-okay. Let's see what we can do here against this Gardevoir. It is level 34, so our Pokemon are very strong compared to this Gardevoir right now. That is something that we will have to see. You guys know that the Pokemon are getting stronger We definitely are seeing that, and that's gonna make it much more difficult. We are coming up on the last 2 gyms, and we will have to see how those last 2 gyms do play out and what kind of Pokemon we run into. I'm still in the hunt for the Moonstone, ladies and gentlemen, here with Dory, so that is something that we still need to keep an eye out for. You never know if we'll run into one, but I really have hopes that we'll get a Moonstone by the time we make our way to the Elite Four. I think it would be very, very cool to have a team that is fully maxed out, but that's also that, something that is a little bit difficult here in the Randomizer Nuzlocke. You got to try your best to do what you can do. This Gardevoir is going to be a bit of a pain because it does keep going for the wish, and if it keeps going for the wish, we are not going to be able to take it down. I mean, is it its birthday today? This Gardevoir, there we have it. We hit a crit. We actually took it down. My goodness. Good job, Dory. Dory's not messing around at all. And we defeated this Pokemon trainer. That should be all the Pokemon trainers here at the beginning of this route, and now that's going to allow us to go a little bit further in and see what else we can find. So there are a couple Pokemon circling around. That's pretty cool. It's always good to see Pokemon following around trainers. I gotta tell you guys, that's probably one of the things that I miss the most from Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver is Pokemon following you around. I think those are some really cool features that they need to add back. Let me know what features you think should be added back into Pokemon games. It's something that I've thought about too, and it'd be cool to see some features added with the games that are going to be coming up. So with that, we are going to be going into a 3v3 yet again. This is not rotational, but we are going up against a Volcarona. So let's see what we can do here. Volcarona is going to come out attacking. The good thing is we do have Sparky Jr. with the Intimidate. I think I'm going to mix things up a little bit, though. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm going to get Ghost out of here. I don't think Ghost will be able to do that much for us. Plus, I don't want to risk a Pokemon going down. So let's get Nuzlocke out here. We are going to go on the offensive, though, with Sparky Jr. Should be able to put some damage on the Volcarona. And let's go for the confusion on the Duskull. And let's see how this is going to go. The Pursuit did come out against Ghost, so they did know that I was going to switch out my Pokemon. It seems like the computers are getting a little bit smarter, and they're catching on to our tactics. So we need to make sure we mix those tactics up. You know, if your opponent starts cracking down on what you're doing, you just got to throw out a random strategy out there and throw them off their game. So maybe that's something that we're going to have to do with more moves that we get or with some other Pokemon. That's something for us to figure out. We are hanging in here, though, ladies and gentlemen. The Duskull, Volcarona are both very low, and it was a good idea to have our boy Nuzlocke come out because the Volcarona went for the Fire Spin. Who would have thought? Now let's go ahead and see if we can pack some punches here. I'm going to go ahead and throw another Spark. This time we're going to try to take out that Tentacool, and then Joy should be able to handle the Duskull. I think that Tentacool should be a pretty easy KO for Sparky Jr. because Sparky Jr. is pretty strong right now. So let's just hold out. This has been a pretty good battle for us so far. The Duskull is down. It's been going our way, so we just got to make sure we maintain that level. And let's go for the Spark here. Take down this Tentacool, please. It is down. Only Volcarona is left, ladies and gentlemen. So this is how you want to play these 3v3s, especially in the Randomizer Nuzlocke. Just make sure you keep your Pokemon ready. We are going to be learning Future Sight. What could I get rid of for Future Sight? So Lucky Chant is pretty good. I've used Protect a lot. We use Confusion a lot. I don't use Rest that often, to be honest with you guys. So let's go ahead and get rid of Rest. We'll go ahead and learn Future Sight. We always have Hyper Potions and other things, so we don't really need Rest that bad. Let's go ahead and take down this Volcarona then. It's time for us to pack all our punches against this Volcarona. I wish I could go for the Surf, but it's not really going to work that way here in a 3v3, where you could be hurting some of your other Pokemon. So with that, we put all our attacks on the Volcarona, and let's see if we can do this. We've been facing some very strong Pokemon today, ladies and gentlemen. So let's see what Sparky Jr. can do. Volcarona is down. There we have it. So with that, there goes another 3v3. Might not have been a rotational, but our Pokemon came through for us yet again. These battles are pretty tough here in this route. Watch out for Route 7. It could be a place where you could definitely lose some Pokemon. So I'm going to go ahead and run over here to the right. If I remember correctly, there's a little house here, and we will probably be able to heal up our Pokemon a tad bit. Hey, how's it going? Can you heal up my Pokemon? Thank you so much. We really appreciate you. I don't know what we would do without these random ladies in these houses that just heal up your Pokemon. Without them, who knows where we would be.
Long ago, man, wife was a fine-looking girl. Right around here, certain Pokemon taught Tornadus and Thundurus a lesson. About 30 years after that, those two Pokemon kept it calm and quiet. I'll show them to you. This is Tornadus.
Oh, very cool.
And this is Thundurus. Tornadus and Thundurus have been added. Pokemon who quieted the others is Landorus. Feast your eyes.
Very cool. So this guy just showed us a legendary trio. It seems like they know a little bit more information about their trio than we do. And it's cool that they know a little bit. It seems like they have seen those Pokemon. So we're just going to learn a little bit from them. You never know if we could bump into those Pokemon later on. So with that, let's go ahead and make our way back over. What is this over here? It's a battle. Okay. Why is this random person just chilling in this little patch of grass? Why do they do this thing? Why are they always doing this thing? So we are going to be battling a preschooler here, and a Moltres has come out. The legendaries are really out and about today. We've seen a lot of legendaries throughout this adventure, and a Moltres looks very, very cool. I gotta tell you guys, seeing a Moltres is just awesome. It's one of those Pokemon that brings me back to the anime and reminds me of when I was a kid. I remember one of those episodes during the Pokemon anime. It was when Ash had to carry the torch through to the Olympic place, you know, so he had to carry this torch, and it was apparently like Moltres' fire. And I just thought it was so intriguing because back then, there were other concepts of birds similar to Moltres, like birds on fire, like a phoenix. And I used to read Harry Potter a lot. And, you know, Albus Dumbledore had a phoenix. So I always had these, like, really cool, like, phoenix things, you know, I was interested in as a kid, where there was Moltres or, you know, other things. I thought it was very interesting. You know, a bird that will burn up and rise from its ashes. And what was cool is, like, you do see that in the Pokemon anime. Ash, like, brings up the torch and he sees Moltres there for, like, a second. And it's something that always stood out to me. Legendaries have just been very intriguing. I feel like every one of us does have a story about a legendary because there's a certain way they made you feel. Just hearing that a Pokemon is legendary changes your perspective about the whole thing. You know, you're just like, whoa, there's got to be something special about this. So let's go ahead and jump into our next battle. We've been battling a lot of preschoolers here. This one's got a Luvdisc. So I think we will be okay going up against the Luvdisc. We're getting very close to the Celestial Tower. So the closer we get, the better things are gonna be. You know, the closer we get to getting through this part of the adventure, because it does get a little bit tougher. These routes are gonna be long, and I think we might just be on one of the longest and toughest ones at this point. I think after this, the routes might slow down a little bit as we do progress into the next couple gyms. So let's see if we can take out this Luvdisc. We did! Even though we were infatuated. I guess you could call that tough love. So with that, let's go ahead and continue on. We are going to make our way inside. We got ourselves some quick powder. That's great. I'll take any items that we can. We have one more battle here. So this seems like there is still one more person that wants to battle us in this place before we do make our way to the Celestial Tower. And this is the Nursery H. She has two Pokemon ready to go. One is going to be a Bulbasaur. So let's see what we can do here against this Bulbasaur. You know, that's pretty cool seeing a little Bulbasaur out and about. But the thing is, we do have our Icy Wind, so I don't think this Pokemon is going to be able to hold up to that. So as I was saying to you guys, since it is getting a little bit rainy and storming, I'm definitely going to be staying in, playing some video games, and, you know, making the most of it. So school did get canceled for me, so the university did get closed. So I do have a little bit of time until it does open back up. I think right now it's going to open up on Tuesday. So I'm trying to see what I will be doing during this time. It'd be cool to, you know, have more videos for you guys. And I've told you I've been working on a lot of things. I do have a top 5 in the works, so I'm going to be doing more and more of those. And I also have read your suggestions of what games you guys would like me to see. So I'll definitely be working on that and see if I can definitely play more games. I know you guys enjoyed the Pokken video, so I'm very excited for Pokken to be coming out later this month. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I'll definitely be doing a playthrough of Pokken Tournament DX for the Nintendo Switch, so I hope you guys get excited for that, as it is going to be an absolute blast, and I know I'm looking forward to it. All these Switch games that are coming out are so much fun, and I can't wait to do more and more of them on my channel. So I have done a bunch of Mario previously. I've done some cool Mario games. I've played a bunch of Zelda. So as soon as those start coming on the Switch, even though, you know, Breath of the Wild is on there, but as soon as we get a little Mario and stuff, I would definitely love to do more Mario on my channel, because I think it is a very fun game. With that, we made it to Celestial Tower, a place of rest for innocent spirits. So let's go ahead and step inside, ladies and gentlemen. And we are officially at the Celestial Tower.
At the very top of the tower is a big bell. I heard that when you ring it, it pleases the spirits.
At the top of the tower, there's a bell.
Celestial Tower is a giant memorial. I wonder if this building was built in a place with many ghosts and psychic-type Pokemon, or if those Pokemon gathered here because it was built. Oh, right. How are things with Skylar? Oh, my, you won the Jet Badge. Well, the plane should be ready to fly then. Thanks for coming to get me. Take this as thanks. Try using it.
So with that, guys, we got ourselves a lucky egg. So we're going to be able to get a little extra XP. I'll definitely take that. The more XP, the merrier.
Having strong Pokemon will make it easier to fill in Pokedex pages. Okay, I'll be waiting for you in Mistleton City.
See you later, Professor Juniper. So Professor Juniper is going to be heading back to Mistleton, but we are officially here in the Celestial Tower, ladies and gentlemen. So let's go ahead and make our way upwards and see what we can find here in the tower. There's going to be a lot of battles coming up, so let's go ahead and jump right into it today, ladies and gentlemen. Our next stop is the top of the Celestial Tower. So this is what our next objective is going to be. I'm ready to make the climb. You guys know what I'm talking about. We're going to be heading all the way to the top, and we're probably going to be battling, who knows, 10, 15. You never know how many trainers are in this place. I stopped, counting after a while because it seems like these places just get packed with trainers looking for battle. I guess this would be like a monument or, one of those things that you go and visit and that, the people around the region definitely go to and hang out at and explore all these sorts of things. So I think that's probably what these areas are, where all these trainers do gather at. So I guess it does make a little bit of sense. With that, though, we defeated the Psychic. Ghost is doing pretty good. We got to make sure that Ghost continues doing that. We found a timer ball, though. That's pretty good. We're getting some goodies around here. At least there are going to be some items in this place. That's why it's worth it to do this, to get the XP, to climb to the top. It's for the items and to get the levels, guys. So in the Randomizer Nuzlocke, you got to make sure you keep training your Pokemon up. And this is definitely the best way to do it, especially if you bump into some legendaries and end up defeating them, where you're going to gain a bunch of XP. So here we go yet again. We are going against a school kid. Going to send out a Squirtle. A little Squirtle? Okay, I think we can handle a little Squirtle. It's very cool seeing these little Squirtles. Every time I see the original Kanto starters, they bring me back to these watches I had. So I remember when I was like 10 years old, I used to have these Pokemon watches, and you could say it was like an interactive digital watch, so you could like feed your Pokemon, do these things, and there were different watches. So there's like a Pikachu one, a Charmander, a Squirtle, and a Bulbasaur watch. And I would routinely have like my mom go back and return the watch that I had just bought just to switch it out for another Pokemon. And I think I did that a bunch of times. I would just keep swapping through them because I like having the variety of the starters. So with that, we got ourselves TM65 Shadow Claw. That is a very good TM we found up here. Told you guys it would definitely be worth it. We just found ourselves a very strong TM. So with that, let's go ahead and see. Ooh, this is a Ghost. It's 70 power. This is what I'm talking about. So it looks like Ghost can learn it and Dory. So Ghost could learn a Ghost type move. That's kind of funny. But we're going to go ahead and teach this move to Dory. So I think having Dory with that Ghost type move, Shadow Claw, I think that's going to be very, very helpful. It's better than having the Rock Smash on there. At least it gives us a little bit of type variety around here. And now we have someone with a Ghost type move. And that could definitely come in very handy. So let's go ahead and jump into the next battle. I'm very happy with the way this is going, guys. We've been getting some really good items in this place, and I think this is going to help us out since we are coming up on the final rounds of this adventure. Meowth level 35. I'm just going to go ahead and knock this thing out. Let's just go for a big ol' hit. Let's take out this little Meowth, and let's continue on to the upper levels of the Celestial Tower. Meowth is almost down. Jude, do you really have to use a Hyper Potion right now, Jude? You just noticed we red barred it in one hit. You might as well save yourself the Poké Dollars. You might as well save a couple and just head down there to the Pokemon Center. So it taunted us. We are going to go for the Slash, though. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, the Meowth has gone down. So it looks like our boy Ghost has been doing some work here today. Definitely been doing very, very good. I need to use something, though. I need to make sure our boys stay up to speed and are able to maintain that. So let me go ahead and use that Hyper Potion on Ghost. And we are ready to continue on then, ladies and gentlemen. So let's go ahead and make our way up. And let's see what we're going to be able to find here in the next floor.